Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game! So we have made it down into the cerebellum, and it has just occurred to me that my characters are not showing up behind me. Are we not going to have combat in here? Well, before we move on, I want to check something. You got the other adventurer's helm. Take that off for just a moment. I'm going to do a little experiment with my experience points again, because earlier I wound up finding multiple equipment that doubles experience. I think I had 3 of them equipped, which means my 60 experience turned into 240. But that doesn't quite add up. 60 doubles to 120, which doubles to 240, and since I had another one, it should be doubled again to 480. Is it not exponential, I wonder? Let me go ahead and check that. Who was I looking at? 22219. Oh, it doesn't apply to everybody. It only applies to whoever happens to have it equipped. That might explain why Perrin seems to get way more experience than everybody else. Well, as long as that's the case, let's go ahead and first re-equip that one thing that increases your mana. Was it this one? No, you had something else. Did I give it to somebody else? Yeah, the Violite bands. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'll give you back whatever it was that you had equipped. What did you have equipped? Yeah, the combat ring. And you get an adventurer's helm. Perrin gets a horn helm. And you get an adventurer's helm. So that is how that is actually working. I think. No, wait. You get the horned helm. Perrin gets the adventurer's helm. You're not Perrin. Perrin gets the adventurer's helm. Take off the explorer boots for the Violite bands. And you get the other adventurer's helm. There. Now, each of us will be gaining double experience. Alright, sorry for that bit of a confusion. It was honestly confusing to me as well. Let me save that. So, if this is not a dungeon, what is it? A giant loop. Hopefully I took the correct loop. Gotta say, this is definitely a cool song here. It's also kind of the first time in the game we've had actual dungeon-y music in a dungeon. You know, if this actually counts as a dungeon. I'm gonna give some critique here. This ain't good. It is just a long trail. Kind of pointless how long it was and that sort of thing. It's like there's nothing in it. And it's mazy despite being nothing in it. I mean, straightforward mazy. It's not like there's any diverging paths outside of right at the start. Oh wait, there is treasure! But still, if I didn't have this cloak equipped, wandering around this place would take way too long. In a way, it actually kind of is taking a little too long. given how much traveling I'm doing without actually encountering anything or any change of scenery. Well, now that I know there is at least one treasure in here, it is worth looking around. Hey, here's another. Nothing that I actually intend to use, but I like treasure. It's probably the dragon side in me. Okay, we've come full circle, if you can call it a circle. Well, at least the music here is cool to listen to. I bet this is like one of the default songs in RPG Maker VX Ace. It has that kind of sound to it. It's not a bad sound. I mean, in comparison to some of the imported music this game uses, a lot of it is like atmospheric. While this is more or less just a song. A video game song. I like video game songs. There seem to be people down here. I don't know. I think that they are people, yes. They're dressed like the people from East Desert. East Desert? Why would they be here? Maybe we should find who's in charge. I mean, I doubt that was the extent of the cerebellum. And Mela, now that we know you can talk, feel free at any time to share some ideas. Or, you know, don't. What is this place called? The Brachium Pontus. The text is getting cut off a little there, I notice. While the cloaked figure acknowledges you, there appears to be a hesitance to actually engage in conversation with outsiders. Instead, the figure seems to gesture to the passages on the back wall. So what is this place about? Well, the obvious way to go is the back wall, but I want to explore. I'm done exploring that way. What's this way? I see ladder there. What's this? It's locked. Alright, let's see if we can find whoever it is that holds the key. More stairs that way. And stairs that way. Well, let's start here. While the cloaked figure acknowledges you, there appears to be a hesitance to actually engage in conversation with outsiders. Instead, the figure sheepishly goes about their routine as if you weren't there. Please do not block my exit, thank you. I wonder if these people are human. Would be something if it turned out these are mole people. Gee, I wonder which door is our eventual goal. Alright, well. Let's see what we got here. Actually, out of curiosity. Oh, there's a statue here? It's interesting how both halves of the door open in the same direction. Well, this statue I can't interact with, so it's at least not an important statue. Analyzing the doctrines, the lesson of Aras. We are hoping to eventually find Aras. Yeah, we did read that book. Definitely read that. Definitely read that. You look like somebody I know. But I've gotten multiple people confused in this game, so maybe not. So, wayward souls, each bound to Snowtop's future, all find their way to this very room, as if the clash was destiny itself. What? Or so my boss would likely put it. So dramatic, that one. Anyway, let me guess. Daughter of Mitoma, a native, and oh, a special treat, the Coal Rod himself in all his masculine glory. I would ask you know who we are, but it really does not surprise me in this game. Who are you? We'll get to that. I'm not important at the moment. At the moment, you're more important. Yeah, okay. Can you tell us, well, anything? We're trying to get to Snowtop. In time, an element that solves all mysteries, whether through perseverance or the eventual decay of substance. Is how my boss would likely respond. Here, this key will take you through the door on the other end of this room. Why are you giving us a key? A while ago we had sort of a pest problem. Ordinarily, I go deal with it myself, but due to some extraordinary circumstances, I need to remain here until further notice. I'd send some of my people, but seeing as we have no idea what we're dealing with and how much of it there is, I'd rather not risk losing anyone. If you don't know what it is, how do we know there's a pest problem? Well, let me reword my previous statement. We've seen said pest, but none of us have a clue what it is or where it came from. For the record, I did not know where that question would go. I was just curious. Hang on. What's in it for us? I was about to get to that. I wasn't just going to send the Coal Rod of all people on pest control, for crying out loud. Or Mitoma's daughter. Oh, so you're both daughters. Okay. Or are you? Wait, are you? Which one are you again? It's so hard to keep track of people in this game. Did Mitoma have a son and a daughter? Because that's the impression I was under. I thought it was the son who was with us, too. But no, maybe it's the daughter. Anyway, I also have the key to the next section of the cerebellum. You deal with the pest, I give you the key. It's win-win. Alright, that's a deal. Smart choice. Take your time. We're not in that much of a hurry. Yet. Foreboding. Even if this is a trap, I'm sure we'll find a way out of it. Medulla. I like how all of these places are named after parts of the brain. What are we dealing with here? Is that more tunnel? No. Is there going to be treasure here? What the hell was that? You mean it's not one of those Kenneth things we've seen before? And aren't there supposed to be more? I didn't see any on the way here. Yeah, I can see you sulking, Mela. You clearly know something. Whatever. Let's just go back to that guy and see if he can give us some answers. Suspicious wall. I know there was at least one creature where we were told that there are multiple variants. One where we already found them, and then another kind here at Snowtop. Or near Snowtop, as the case may be. Anything else of interest? Nope. That's all. And the Prodigal Warriors return. And the Prodigal Warriors return. Cut the crap. What was that thing? What was all of this about? Calm down. Thing? I could have sworn there were more. Guess I was mistaken. But I assume you've succeeded, which is good. This means we're on schedule to attack Ring. You're planning on attacking Ring? As per the boss's instructions, we're to use these tunnels to regroup in the Red District and begin our assault on Unity Castle. What are you talking about? Why would you... The Kohlrabi would know. Should know. Boss told me she would do this if she was left alive. I'm going to kill Batari, Fury, Zarnaya. Oh, I get to explain myself. Okay, we're hearing messages of Karen. This is like a vision of the past, I assume. This line right here. Karen was saying this, but most importantly, I'm going to kill the ones who are responsible for it all, simply by virtue of allowing for us to sin in the first place. I thought that was the end of what she was saying, so I made a comment on it. So I press a button, and then suddenly she says the four goddesses. It's like, wait, what about them? And that's why I let her go, because I didn't know that her next sentence was continuing this. I didn't realize that the ones who are responsible for it all, simply by virtue of allowing for us to sin in the first place, was the goddesses. Indeed. Now I can make the connection. I need you to be absolutely sure you understand what you are choosing here. I did not. Name is Deferin. I'm from the same village as Karen, albeit much younger than she is, clearly. But ever since she had a falling out with some boyfriend of hers, she's been gathering her fellow East Desert people to form a makeshift army of sorts. Totally intent on killing all of those up there. You can't. If this was just an ordinary coup, I don't know if we tried to stop you, but... Right, because a war would give Fury cause to summon Apocalypse, right? But if Apocalypse is summoned... Yes, I get it. I'm sorry to tell you, though, it's useless trying to talk me out of it. Even if you do, and you won't, the people here are only a small part of the whole. Boss Lady is smart, keeping us all separate in case of an attack. Plan is to converge on the Red District through these tunnels. We've been excavating for years. I didn't intend for this. Every decision has unintended consequences. Was it pity that spared her? Tough luck. I'm betting she tried to warn you that she would ruin the world. Yeah, I misunderstood. Oops. Anyway, here's the key to the next part of the cerebellum. She told me about those monsters, the Geiken. Want my thoughts on the matter? I think she wants Fury to summon them. Or one, as it turns out. Probably in the hopes that she'd kill them all herself. Hell hath no fury, I suppose. Hey, don't let me keep you. You've got quite the journey ahead of you on Snowtop. So is there anything that I can do about this tunnel they're building? I knew that boarded wall was something suspicious. Well, who knows? Maybe there are more than one of these things, and the rest of them are behind that wall. Oh, won't they be in for a surprise? Well, I'm not gonna stop them. Let's just make our way to the last goddess. She is a little bit more important than Fury. Nobody else has anything to say. Well, we just had a big plot. And we're about to head to the next... Well, I guess I can take a peek. Yeah, it's a good thing I did, because this conversation's not over yet. So, does anyone want to talk about what happened back there? It's my fault. Oh yeah? How? I had a chance to kill his boss. Murder only compounds the issue. She's right. You don't know for sure what would have happened had you killed this person. Besides, I'm sure you had your reasons. Yeah, and unfortunately, the reason was I was confused. Come on, we still have a ways ahead of us. Okay, well, I'm definitely glad I stepped in here before going on this next episode break. We will be right back. Yeah, we will be right back. And when we come back, heading deeper into this place, maybe soon enough we'll make it into Snowtop. I wonder if the next section will be as long and barren as the previous section. Well, maybe it'll have cool music.